Today I want to talk a little bit about social responsibility in market structures. First, we should cover the four main industries and their characteristics. It's easier to look at them as a continuum. On one side, there's perfect competition, and in perfect competition, there's a large number of sellers who are selling an identical product. The reason that there are a large number of sellers in the firm is due to an easy entry and exit into and from the market. On the other end of the spectrum, there's monopoly. In a monopoly, there's a single seller that is selling a unique product, meaning there's not a substitute product. Monopolies have impossible entry into existing markets due to barriers and regulations, which we will cover later in the video. In between the two extremes, there's monopolistic competition and oligopoly. Like perfect competition, monopolistic competition also has a large number of sellers and easy entry into the market. But in monopolistic competition, the firms are selling a differentiated product that may give one firm an advantage over another. The last market structure is oligopoly. Unlike the other markets, an oligopoly has a small number of sellers and there isn't an easy entry into the market, but entry isn't impossible. In an oligopoly, the firms may sell either an identical product or a differentiated product. Now that we know the basics of market structure, let's learn a little bit about social responsibility. Social responsibility is an ethical framework which suggests that an entity, be it an organization or individual, has an obligation to act for the benefit of society at large. Now that we know a little bit about these two topics, let's try to answer this question. Why do business firms exist? We all know successful businesses recognize social responsibility, but we also know that the motivation of a business firm is profit maximization. So is it more important to earn a profit or to serve a purpose? What if I told you businesses are forced to care about society in order to earn profits? It's a little crazy, right? That being said, the social responsibility of a firm is to increase profits. Because when social responsibility is addressed, profits will come naturally to the company. This is the idea that companies should embrace its social responsibilities and not be solely focused on maximizing profits. Now, let's take a look at social responsibility in our market structures. 3 out of 4 of our market structures involve competition. So we're going to look deeper into the levels of social responsibility in a firm in relation to the levels of competition a firm may have. Performance and actions of competitors determine a business firm's own performance in the market. This is shown best in an oligopoly market. Because there are few sellers, each seller has a large amount of market power. When one firm makes a decision, it will affect each of the other firms in the market and overall affect their performance and the decisions they make. Let's talk about how social responsibility relates to the different industries. In a monopoly, social responsibility provides critical insights to policymakers in order for them to put in regulations and barriers in place in order to benefit the public good. Regulations are put in place by the government so that monopolies can't abuse the complete market power, which in the end protects the best interests of the consumer. The barriers of entry into the market include things such as high cost, patents and licenses, and exclusive control over resources used to produce the good. These barriers are what make it impossible for firms to enter an existing market. Now we can consider social responsibility in allocating resources. In a monopoly, a firm has complete market power and is continually making profit. Because of this, the firm may have less incentive to follow under social responsibility, considering consumers are going to buy their product no matter what. On the other hand, a firm in a competitive market will have greater incentive to give attention to social responsibility in order to differentiate themselves from their competitors and attract both consumers and possible future employees. So for a monopoly, they may see profit as more of an important goal compared to serving a purpose because they make money regardless. In a competitive market, such as monopolistic competition and oligopoly, it is in the best interest of the firm to serve a purpose such as supplying quality goods, running an environmentally friendly business, or having outstanding employee benefits to attract consumers and employees. Social responsibility has a big effect no matter which market a business firm is operating in. Social responsibility entails developing a business with a positive relationship to the society which they operate in.